Hello students, your instructor here, John Mandela with another screencast. This one in Adobe Illustrator. Student was asking how to get that positive negative effect with Illustrator. I'm wondering if it is complicated or if it's easy. I don't know, it's kind of in the middle. So anyway, let's say we wanted something like this. Here's how we could do that. And I'm going to move pretty quickly because I'm going to try to fit this in one 5-minute video. So I'm going to take this and get that out of the way. I'm going to bring in this circle I have right here. I'll delete these words out of the way as well. So here's my circle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my line segment tool and switch this with a black stroke. I'm just going to draw a line straight down. I hold shift to make sure it goes straight down, and a line straight across, making sure that it's much bigger than the diameter of the circle. So now that I have all these, I'm going to take all these, and then once they're all selected, tap one time with the left click on the circle because I want everything to align on the circle, not just randomly in the page. And I'll get my line here. I'm going to center it and center it. Once I've got all that, I'm going to go to my Pathfinder, which we're going to revisit this a few times today, and I'm going to hit divide. Now you can do this with black and white or any colors. I'm just going to use two simple colors. Once I got this, I'm going to right click and ungroup them. So I'll do black and yellow. I was going to do white, but yellow will be a lot easier to see on the screen than white will. Okay, so black and yellow, there we go. So that's that part, right? No big deal. So I can just take this and group it. Now I need to create that ring, so I'm just going to hold down on my rectangle tool, get to my ellipse tool, hold shift, create a ring again that's smaller than this, and it's got yellow fill. I'm going to change that, just for sake of making this easy to see, to pink, and then I'm going to go here, hit the double arrow to switch this, and go to my stroke panel, which if you don't have it, go to window stroke, and I'm going to set that to 30, that looks good. And now to make that kind of pulsar in the middle, so to do that, so I'm just going to move this out of the way. To make the pulsar, all I have to do, go to my rectangle tool, hold shift and draw a perfect square. Again, not too big, it has to fit inside this comfortably. Hit this double arrow down here to swap the fill and the stroke. Then I'm going to grab my rotate tool, and I'm going to hold shift as I drag this around. You can see how far I was off there, so you don't have to be even really close to the shape. Hold shift to drag it around, and then I'll lock it at 45 and 90 degree angles. So now that I've got this, what I'm going to do is go to Effect, Distort and Transform, Pucker and Bloat, and you can see I've already have a negative 22. You can make yours more drastic. I don't like to get too much because then it like starts to flip around like that. Bloating will go this way if you want like a flower shape. I'm going to go with the pulsar right around there. And I'll hit OK. And now what I want to do is align all of these on this main circle area. So select all these, and then again tap one time with the left click to get there, and center it, and center it. Notice how the black and yellow circle didn't move, just the pink things moved. Like this, I'm actually going to make this pink one just a little bit smaller, holding Alt and Shift as I drag to the middle. That will ensure that it grows from the center instead of from one edge. I'll actually make it a little bit bigger. Again, Alt and Shift there. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is on the pink one and the other pink one, I've both selected, I'm going to go to Object, Expand Appearance. Notice how the pulsar, the effect now is the shape. Instead of a simple shape with effect applied to it, the effect has been baked into the shape, so the shape actually takes on new dimensions. But I still have this stroke here, and I don't want a stroke, I want a solid shape. So with these both still selected, I'm going to go to Object, Expand, dot, 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 and it'll say Fill and Stroke, and I'll say OK. And I notice now that my pink ring is now actually one solid shape, okay? Notice the stroke weight's gone, there's no stroke weight on it. So now that I have that done, what I'm going to do is select all these, and I'm going to go to Pathfinder again, and I'll click this button here called Divide. It's the same exact thing we did before, where we divided the one circle with the two lines that crisscross through it. Now we're dividing all of these shapes against each other. And when I do that, nothing visibly happens different. And they're actually grouped. I can ungroup them if I want. I'll leave them grouped for now. And now I'm going to use my Direct Selection tool, the white arrow tool. I'm going to go in here, and all I want to do is change it where the shape's on black to make it yellow, and the shape's on yellow to make it black. Click here, and I hold the shift and click here. Notice I have my Smart Guides on. If you don't have yours, go to View Smart Guides. Should be on by default. This helps you when you're selecting intricate pieces. Shift and shift. So all of these pieces, this one, this one, this one, this one, I'm going to turn yellow. And then all of these pieces, shift, holding shift as I select them in the middle, not on the edge, in the middle, I'm going to make these black. And there we go. That's how I've made my shape. It's quadrants, and then a ring, and then a pulsar in the middle. Hopefully that helps you all as you're working to create positive negative effects in Illustrator.